Hi, this is Christine, Venus Astrology, here with your daily astrology delivery. I wanted to do a live stream with this video today, but my phone won't charge. Hopefully it's charging now, so I may still do one later or I'll do one tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to do a live on YouTube or Instagram or something. I've never done a live on Instagram before, so that will be interesting. But anyway, so today the transits, let's see where the planets are. So why do we look at the astrology each day? We look at the astrology because as above, so below. Whatever's happening above in the skies affects us below. And it's been proven. Astrology's been practiced and crafted and investigated and researched, all sorts of things for the last, for thousands of years. There's astrology in history everywhere, and the kings and the queens had personal astrologers, and they say millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. So yeah, astrology is very powerful when you can tune into it, and gives you awareness. It's the awareness of knowing what's going on to understand better. So it's like, okay, the energy is going to be tense today, so that's why people are going to be tense. I have an awareness and understanding of that, so I'm going to brush it off, or I'm going to just be more aware and in tune to it, and try not to provoke that energy or whatever. Whereas if it just happens and you have no awareness, and it's like, why the fuck is this happening, or why is this happening to me? So yeah, astrology helps us to get out of victim mode as well, and to see that everything's collectively happening and the energies all work together and it's for a higher purpose. Okay, so today we have the moon here in Leo. So where's my pen? We're coming out of the new moon in Leo. So the new moon is all about new beginnings, new opportunities, a refresh, a restart. And it's the sun and moon are in the king's home sign. So the sun is the king, the moon is the queen, and the sun and the moon coming together in the king sign of Leo to bring a new moon. And new moons are creation. It's two planetary energies coming together for creation. So it's like a new beginning in something, or a new opportunity, or especially as when the new moon was exact, we had, which was yesterday, we had Jupiter, which is now retrograde. You can see it's red there. We had Jupiter in trine. So just let me fix up there so we can see that moon there at 6 degrees. So it's still in trine. The sun's still in a trine with Jupiter, but Jupiter has gone retrograde now. So Jupiter will be in that trine with the sun for quite a few days, I would say, because Jupiter's moving backwards now. So it's at 8 degrees down here. And it will be moving backwards back into Pisces. So back into this Pisces energy where it will meet with Neptune. And Pisces is the last sign. Pisces is all about endings. Pisces is completion. It's the culmination point. So the last sign. So it's where we've, come to the completion of the full wheel of the zodiac. The last sign. Neptune, does represent God. So, okay, so we have, Jupiter, planet of expansion and growth and abundance and gifts and wisdom. All those things is going retrograde. So from Aries, where it was about expansion and growth and new beginnings and new opportunities and trying new things and being confident and being courageous and going after what we want and what we desire, and all of those things, especially because the ruler of that energy is in Taurus, about building things, what we're building and working towards. And now it's going retrograde back towards Neptune. So it's like, this is going to give us an opportunity. This energy is going to come back over. So Jupiter will retrograde backwards then it will come back forwards. So the energies that we've experienced over the last 6 months, Jupiter will transit back over. So we'll be able to have new opportunities. So whatever we've been working on for the last 6 months, whatever we've been in, whatever we've been trying to expand and grow, where we've been putting our energy into, like, learn, to teach, to become wiser, to experience all of that, where we've wanted luck and opportunities to come through, then we're going to have another go at that from about November, December onwards. So when Neptune is going direct again through Aries. Alright, so back up to this energy. So this new moon, as I said, about new opportunity beginnings. Also, the moon is quite an interesting energy, because you think about the moon in Cancer, it's a water sign, and it's its home sign, its natural nature, that watery energy. And the sun, its natural home sign, the king, in Leo, and it's a fire energy. So, you know, those two energies coming together is like, well, what does water and fire do? Water puts the fire out. So it's quite an interesting sort of concept. Maybe it cools down the fiery energy, calms it. Yeah, that's an interesting concept when you think about those two coming together like that. But at the same time, when the moon and sun come together, the king and queen, the moon doesn't feel, you know, at its worst or terrible or whatever in that sign, when the sun is there with it, especially, because the moon wants protection, that crab energy, the Cancer wants protection, and that sun can offer that courageous, lion, bold Leo energy of the king of the sun can, you know, that masculine energy can offer protection for that feminine, watery, sensitive, receptive energy. So yes, the receptive feminine energy and the masculine energy coming together to create. And it's very powerful because of that trine with Jupiter. So, and it was just before Jupiter goes retrograde as well. So it's like, you know, any last opportunities basically before Jupiter goes retrograde that, you know, have an opportunity to come through, would have already, I guess. Now Jupiter's retrograde, so the opportunities aren't going to be as abundant and available. It's more of a time where we go back in and go over what we've done and refine things and review and reassess and rework and redo, so that when a planet goes direct, and Jupiter in this case, we can have the ultimate expansion and growth and abundance in that area, because we've been back over it a couple of times, because it's gone forward, it's gone back, and it's going back over it again. So it's like we're really in a stronger, surer position of what we want to manifest and what create, and what abundance and luck and growth and opportunities we want to come through. Because sometimes we think, oh, we want this, we want that, especially with that Aries energy, and Aries is very much can go after things. And that's where Jupiter is at the moment. And we've got Chiron there too, so it can go after things that it thinks it wants and desires and needs, and it might in that moment, but it may not necessarily be for the long term. So Jupiter going retrograde is really going to make sure of that, if we are in tune with our dreams and in touch with our true godly selves, and manifesting what is true to our higher self as well. And that's what we're moving forward with. Okay, so moon in, back up here again. I keep coming back down to this Jupiter energy. So the moon in Leo is all about playfulness and fun and getting into the sun and playing and vibrant energy and having a good time and finding what makes you happy and tuning into what makes you happy. When it's the moon, it's all about our internal self. It's about our environment. It's about a time of what we're reflecting on at the time and what we're in the mode of receiving. And this is about pleasure, I guess, the fifth house, play, fun, Leo energy, which is like the fifth house. And it's all about tuning into our heart and acting from the heart and getting in tune with what we want on an inner level. So from a soul level being the sun, and from a heart level being that Leo energy as well, and our feelings and emotions, our internal self. Our subconscious and our unconscious minds coming together in this Leo energy too, to bring forward what we really need, want, desire, everything basically on a physical, mental, spiritual, everything level. We've also got Mercury here too. So Mercury is in that Leo energy with the moon conjunct today, so 21 and 20 degrees. So, you know, this is where we can speak about our feelings and emotions, we can communicate them, we can have conversations about how we feel about our emotions, and we can get more in tune with it. Especially in Leo is true with this Mercury there, it's like our mindset can be more positive and more about seeing where we can be courageous and where we can be confident and tune in on our, you know, skills and abilities and all of that as well. So when the moon is there too, it's also asking us to tap into our inner child. You know, what can we do to nurture ourselves and nurture our inner child? And that can be through like play and through fun and through games and through sports, or through being with friends that make you feel, you know, like a childlike self, like you're, you know, in fun and in play. Or it could be, you know, going to the beach or going out to nature or something like that. It could be being around children or being with your children, because that's what, you know, brings you back down to your childlike self. Those are the sorts of things that the moon can help us to tune into and get more in touch with during a moon and Leo transit. And also helping us to be confident, especially with this Mercury there, being confident to speak about our feelings and emotions and about what we need on an emotional level, and helping us to tune into our environment and really feel like what needs what we need to feel emotional contentment. So that Mercury in Leo too, and with the moon, it can be like some romantic energy too, because the Leo can be quite romantic and poetic, because it's all about the love and about the heart and about happiness and all of that. So those are the sorts of things we can tap into and tune into at the moment too. It can be really good for creativity and creative writing and speaking and communicating, all of that as well, with that Leo, Mercury, Moon, Sun energy, all of that. Helping us to express ourselves from an emotional level and from a heart level. It's like wearing our heart on our sleeve. And it's all, as I said, it's all about fun and play. Doing what like serves your inner child and what makes you happy on a deep core level. Sun is like our core self. So it's like what is going to really make you happy. So what is the date? I don't even know. Okay, the date is the 30th of July today. So we are really building up now to this North Node, Uranus, and Mars energy. So, sorry, if I go back to the moon quickly, I'll get to that in a second. So the moon too, the moon will move, you know, towards tomorrow when I, you know, do another video or whenever. It'll move more towards that Virgo energy and towards the last degrees of Leo. So there's a lot of planets at the last degree, so we will feel more intensity with this moon in Leo. So all of those things are going to come into play, and it's going to bring up certain things. So, you know, at right now, actually, even like right now, Saturn is in an opposition. So they're not exact, but they're building up. You know, within 3 degrees, we start to really feel the intense energies of faster moving planets. So this is this is where we're going to, that reflection of that moon is going to, we're going to have that opposition. So an opposition is a time of seeing another perspective, another point of view, being a release point. So it's like looking to the opposite energy to release and help us to let go of that. It also can be an opposition, and because it's an opposition is like we come up against an opposing force. Oh, my app just closed. Okay, I'm back for part 2. My tablet died because I was sitting in the sun. It overheated. Or didn't die, just overheated. Okay, so the app died. Alright, so back into it. So as I was saying, wow, okay, it's still there. So we have an opposition with Saturn and the Moon. So Saturn and the Moon oppositions are, Saturn anything is hard because Saturn's all about restriction. It's all about showing up, taking responsibility. It's about hard work. It's about integrity. It's about growing up. It's about, I guess it's about learning. It's teaching us something. It's the taskmaster. Saturn is, it's all about time. Where are you wasting time? Where are you not putting enough time in? And when it's in Aquarius, it's about other people, society. So, in this sense, we're looking at this Leo energy. It's like, what is making you happy? How can you find, you need to tune. This is all about us finding our true happiness and tuning into happiness and doing what makes us happy. So we need to, the opposition is, us being too worried about what other people think, what society thinks, what our friends think, what our social groups think, what the government says, what our bosses say, whoever. It's about doing what we love, what makes us happy, and not worrying about that. That opposition comes up where it's like, no, you can't do this because you need to follow these rules, and you've got these restrictions and these regulations and blah, blah, blah. And it's about, no, I'm going to do what makes me happy and do what's right, true for me and for my soul, and not what the other wants, the outside influence. So that energy comes up, but it's also where, we can't be cutthroat in a sense. It's like, I don't give a shit about anyone or anything else. We need people, and we need to connect with others and, show up and take responsibility and have these relationships that help us to grow and evolve and help us to come together for a bigger, higher purpose, that help us to create together and manifest things together that are for humanity, basically. So that opposition too can show us where we're not showing up enough, where we're, not taking in consideration other people that we might need on our side, or the fact that we do need other people on our side, and that we all need to work together in harmony and peace and find some kind of similar ground that we can all move forward with in a loving way that is for a bigger, higher purpose, Aquarius, and that is true to our hearts and our souls, Leo. So that oppositional energy can be coming up. So it's like where I want to play and have fun, but where I have to do all these responsibilities and show up as well. So it's like that oppositional energy is like, I want to do this, I want to play and have fun and be creative and be sexy and all that sort of stuff. But oh no, I have to take responsibility and show up and do my work and put time and effort into this and that. And I'm restricted here because of this, or I have these boundaries or whatever, rah, rah, rah. So all of that stuff. And again, it can be opposite either way, depending where you are on the scale. It's like, I don't have enough boundaries or restrictions in place, so I'm unable to do what I love and what makes me happy because I'm giving too much energy to the other, to the outside source or world. So yeah, that is a big part of the energy right now that we'll be going through over the next few hours and into the day. So, and again, as I said, so, what else is Leo? There's some inconjuncts, but yeah. I think the rest of the energy will, as the moon moves into Virgo, we'll talk about tomorrow. But just quickly, I wanted to bring up this energy because it's getting closer. We're days away, and it's a build-up, and then it's going to hit intensely on the 1st of August, and then the energies are going to snowball after that. Like, we're going to start to see the effects over the next few weeks, whatever this build-up. So the north, so we can see Mars is getting closer. So within 2 degrees from Uranus, so 16 degrees and 18 degrees, we've got Mars at 16 degrees there. We've got Uranus at 18 degrees, and we've got the North Node at 19 degrees. So this is super powerful. This is once in a lifetime energy. These transits haven't happened in our lifetime where they've all come together. They've come together at certain points in like Uranus and North Node have, or Mars and Uranus have, or the North Node and Uranus were together and then Mars came into the same sign, but not all together like this, to this extreme. So, and this is powerful because the North Node is all about our future, the destiny, what we're moving to collectively, individually. It's our future, and it's here to what we're here to evolve into and learn on a soul level as well. And then we have Uranus, which is the awakener. Uranus is here to shake things and stir things up, to evolve us, to liberate us, to bring change, to bring sudden change, shocking things. It's electricity, it's activating, it can be exciting, it can be scaring, it can be shocking, all those things. So at the end of the day, it is to move us, to bring change, to shake us up, to stir things up, to liberate us, because it wants us to evolve. So although it can be crazy at the time and electrifying, it is for a bigger, higher purpose always. And then Mars is all about war. It's all about passion. It's about desire. It's about going after what it wants, what it needs. It's that masculine fighting energy. It's the warrior. It's all about sexual energy too, and masculine energy, and getting what it wants. So, and in Taurus too, these energies, Taurus is that energy that is, it's the bull, so it's like it can be pushed and pushed and pushed, and it gets to a point where it's going to break, and it just can't be pushed anymore, and it's forced into change because it doesn't like change. Then it's forced into it, and these planets here are all forcing change that will be uncomfortable, and that will shake things up, and will shake up the stability. We won't have the same stability and resources and everything that we used to. It's helping us to find new ones that are going to be more have more security in that for our future, because the past is gone and we're working towards the future. The future is going to be different, and we're going to need different things for the future, and Uranus is helping to shake and stir things up so that we can get more in alignment for what we need for the future in that Taurus energy. That is, building things that are good for our security, for our longevity, and for our health and for our well-being. And it's like, Taurus is about Taurus energy. It's like the sign after Aries, so it's about food and abundance and growth in that sense. So it's like, we need food to survive, so it's resources and food as well. So it's all about us finding new resources to tap into, and new ways of eating or growing food or getting food, or all sorts of things like that. And then also it's about our money and our finances and things changing within that too. So these planets are stirring up things within the financial system, with our resources, with food, with agriculture, and within the world too on a big scale, because Mars is all about that fighting masculine energy. And it's, it's a fight about resources, and that's what's going on in the world. That's what wars are about, a fight about resources. So, and land, it's a big thing about land and agriculture and farming. All that comes up, and we can see that really going on in the world at the moment. So when we look at this energy too, we must look at what's, we've got this opposition. It's not just about this, it's about the opposition too. And it's not just because it's the South Node and the North Node and the South Node are always together, because it's just this opposition. This is opposing Uranus, and it's opposing Mars as well. So that South Node is always about releasing and letting go. It's about the past. So it's what we come into this life, the South Node, already knowing. It's what we already have, and it's what we're not disconnecting and cutting away from, but it's like we're using that skills, that abilities, what we've brought into this world from that South Node to then move towards our North Node, towards the future, towards our destiny. So we come into this life with certain energy that we already have mastered from the previous life or whatever, and then we're going to use that energy to move forward towards what we're going to master in this life, which is the North Node, our destiny, our future. So, but there is a big releasing point of this, like you need to let go of certain behaviors and past things to move forward and evolve. So it's very much a releasing and letting go. And in Scorpio energy, it is of trauma, it is of things that are to do with other people's resources and finances and money, where it's not our own, where we're relying on other people, where it's shared resources, shared money, shared finances, all that stuff, and possessions, you know. It's also about the truth and secrets and lies and investigating, and that Scorpio energy is about getting to the truth of the matter. So it's where we need to release and let go of all the toxic energy of any trauma and any past shit around lies and secrets, and anything around sex and sex scandals, and things that are taboo and things that are not approved upon in society, that are behind the scenes, that are dark. It's releasing and letting go of all that shitty darkness, that crappy energy, that murky Scorpio muddiness, the fears. It's a very big energy of letting go and releasing the fears, and moving towards that confident Taurus energy of being abundant and being skilled and having skills and abilities and having self-worth and confidence to build and manifest and grow what you need and want in this lifetime. So yes, that is the big energy that we're going to be going through. And, you know, depending on what rising sign you are, so where this is going to fall within your chart, this energy is going to affect us all on some level. So globally, we can see it already happening through the food, through wars, through money, everything in the world changing. And then also we can see it through, we'll see it through our personal lives as well, depending where Taurus and Scorpio are in your chart. So for me, it's in my 8th house and my 2nd house. So for you, it'll be in a certain area, which will affect, you know, depending what house it is, it'll affect you. So I'm going to make an actual live video and go through each sign. So if you know where these areas are in your chart, you'll be able to tune in and get more of an understanding of that. If you don't know, join my Discord, or go to astro.com and find the free chart, and pull your chart up and see where these energies will be affecting you in your life. Once you know where they are, then you can tune into my video and you'll be able to listen and know exactly what area of life it'll be affecting you. So that's it for today. I could talk about astrology all day, every day, all day long. I love it so much because I just love things that like have synchronicities that like you can see real, like the truth of, and you know, it's all about what's happening. Like, you know, you see these transits and you see shit happen in the world and it's like, wow, this shit's so spot on. Or in your own life, like, you know, you see the transits and what's happening and things in your own life happen, it's like, wow, that's fucking crazy. Or you can look back, you know, you can always look back in astrology too, and we can do that in chart readings where you look back, you know, when I was 10 years old, this happened, and you can see it all line up in the astrology and it's like, wow, that's crazy. And it helps you to, when we look back as well, you know, that can help us to understand things better too, and help us to heal, because we're like, okay, that happened for this and this reason, and understand that now, and that's part of my evolution and part of my growth and my learning, and I can release that hold that I had on that was making me feel so shitty about it, because I know that it's a part of me and it's just here to help me grow and to learn and to move forward. So yeah, as I said, astrology is so powerful, and I hope that anyone that watches these videos really is able to have that, you know, get that from it, have have what astrology has to offer, which is like just that amazing awareness and growth and just knowing, you know. It's like just makes it easier to get through this crazy world and everything that's going on in it when you like know there's a bigger, higher purpose and you can see the planetary reasons for things. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Take care.